Okay, so Gary, a spirited performance, but it ends in defeat here at Northwood. Just kind of sum up your thoughts on the game for us.
I think it went the way pretty much Saturday's game went. We passed the ball well at times, we created some opportunities. I think we had two really good one-on-ones, and there was a couple of other really good chances in the first half, and unfortunately we're not taking those chances. And I think when you play against a team that whose tactics are to put the ball into dangerous areas and then compete and try and force errors rather than create something themselves, when you're still 0-0, it helps to create pressure for them, and then they had a spell in the second half where they did that, and we didn't really deal with it very well. And I think we'll get better at it, and that's the thing. This team's on a journey, and we're going to get better. And it's hard to take. Each individual step is hard to take, but we've got to take them. Players are very disappointed. The way they conduct themselves is not really how I'd want to conduct ourselves and how I'd want my team to conduct themselves. But you're going to get teams that do that because that's what their unique selling point is, and so it's made it difficult to take. But the sun's going to come up tomorrow. We've got another game on Sunday, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, you say kind of the frustration with the taking of chances. Two kind of gifted opportunities to us. One in the first half, and then one with about 5 minutes to go. Just kind of talk through what was going through your head at the time. And
I'll be honest, I was revert to what I was like as a player, and you lap those chances up, and sometimes you've got to work. You're going to make 25 runs to get that one chance, and then when it comes, that's why the strikers get the big money, because they're the ones that when they take them, they really make a difference to a game. And at the moment, we're not taking them. I think we've got the quality, we're getting to the right areas. But like I say, I don't know who said it, but you don't lose, you just learn. And hopefully we learn from the fact that we've got to take those chances. In addition, we've got to keep clean sheets. The goal, it looked offsides. We could have dealt with it a little bit better. We could have tracked runner. It just, you still got to keep a clean sheet. You come to these places where they're difficult, where, like I say, their mentality and the way they work is entirely different to the way we work. But they're entitled to do whatever they like, and it's not the way I want to work, and I certainly wouldn't be able to watch it. But it's effective for them. And we now played them 3 times, drawn 1 and lost 2. So we have to put that right next time round.
You say about improvement. Personally, I think it's probably the best performance we've had this season.
I think I keep saying to people that if I could put a clips reel together, I could make us look like world beaters. Because at times we passed the ball really well. I still think we did that second half, and I think that's we've got to keep doing it for us to be successful. I don't think we did that well, and I think what happens, and I've been around a long time and I've done this before, you gradually get better. And we might be able to do it for 45 minutes at the moment. Within a month we'll be able to do it for 60 minutes, and then for 70, and then for 75, and you're trying to get to being able to dictate the game through possession, and you can change it up if you want to, or you can slow the game down if you want to through your possession. But at the moment, when we start to get tired, we're not good enough at doing that, and we're inviting pressure, and we're giving the ball away in poor areas, and we're inviting pressure, and then that's starting to tell. But we've gone from losing the first game 6-0 in a game where you looked and kind of went, actually we're getting relegated here, to now you're saying, well, actually, that's a team that's going to finish. I think they're a mid-table team. I think they won't get relegated. I don't think they get promoted, and we're blow for blow with them. So I think at the moment we're not in bad shape. It's very hard to take an injury time defeat in the FA Cup. It's after being 2-0 up. It's a disappointing thing, but like I say, it's one game of football. This is not about one game. This is about a long learning process for this team and this club. And I'd like to think that in 18 months' time we'll look back and go, yeah, that was another step in the way where we learned things.
Perfect. And looking forward to Sunday in the FA Trophy, just kind of talk us through the preparations between now and then, things you're going to work on, things that we can get better.
I think we need to assess, injuries. We maybe got a couple of players to bring in. I think we're a little bit light on bodies when we pick up a couple of injuries, as we've got Dante, Max, Tyrone. All 3 players of those you could. I think the last game, all 3 were available. They all 3 started, so we've taken 3 starters out of our 11, and I don't think we've got a deep squad. So I think we need to bring in players, and there's opportunities to bring some in. So we'll have a look at that. And I think it's more 80% of the game is played in your head. And making sure that these players are disappointed but are moving on. I'd like to think that we're absolutely gutted. We'll go home, I'll be annoyed for a day or so, and then you start planning and prepping, and well, that's already started, to be fair. So and then we go again, and then we've got another disappointing. I think now we don't have a game the following Saturday, which is disappointing. So I might have to try and arrange something there. Actually thinking about it, I might go for that now. But it's disappointing, but onward and upwards. You can't. I've been around, I can't remember how old I am now, 30, 35 years, and every year you're going to get knocked out of something. You're going to lose something in injury time, and it's going to be bad, and we're going to win one. We beat, I think, Leatherhead last year in injury time when we probably didn't deserve it, and every now and then you win one. So I like to think it's all in the bank, and the fickle finger of fate will point towards us and say yes at some point.